Okay, this strategy still we at 5 seconds here, 92%. So if you get 50 here, you get 92% of 50 added on to that 50, which equals 96. Okay, and right now we're still doing, these are 5-second charts. All these are 5 seconds. What I'm finding out is a very unique is a lot of times when the green is building up and when it goes red, if you put in like let's say 2 reds and 3 greens, usually what happens, it'll drop down below the reds and the reds would win, and then it'll pop back up and then the greens will win. So you win both of them. So in actuality, you got 5 of them right. And I'm learning where these different spots are happening. Like I see sometimes right now here where the green is building up, and then as this red come down, I would have got in right there, and the reds would have won there. And then as you can see right here where the green would have popped it right back up, and then the greens would have won. I see that a lot. So what I do is let the greens build, As soon as I see a red building, that's when I get in 1, 2, and then I put 3 greens. And again, that's probably almost roughly about $250 gain just from that move. So yeah, I see it happening in different areas sometime. Also, right towards the end when the MACDs comes up and then going into green too, a lot of times right on that second one is pretty much similar. But thing is, you get in 2 greens and then 3 reds. So as you can see right here, it goes up and then it bounces back down, and that's what wins the reds. So it goes up, then it comes back down. So I'm really focusing in now up on the different locations of where this is happening at. Because like I say, that's a $250 gain when you get that right. And to just sit back and wait for that opportunity is very huge. So I'm going to show it up on here, just let you see it here. There go to red, so I got in. And see that right there, I got 3 greens. That was right, 2 reds right there. I got in right there with the 2 reds right there. The 2 reds won. And then there go to 3 greens. That's right there is textbooks. Right there what you just saw. Exactly what I was talking about. Two reds and 3 greens in. There it go again. I'll show it again, see if they show it again. So I waited for that red to form right there. I got in 2 reds. It pushed past the reds. Reds won. Then it bounced back up. Got the greens. That is the move. And like I said, it happened right as these greens was building up, and I got in on that red. So if you want, you can just say, okay, I'm just going to wait for that, because like I say, that's about a $250 gain just from that one move right there. Just waiting for that would be huge. And it happens often, so I'm just still looking for more areas around that. A lot of times, even when the red is coming down and you start to see these here strings right here, that means it is coming down and then bouncing back, So even there, that might have been another good opportunity, When you start seeing these strings there, that means something is going forward and then it's bouncing back. And right here, say if something is going forward, 2 reds there, 3 greens, that means you're going to get the reds wins, and then it's going to bounce back up, and then you're going to get the greens. But right now, like I say, I am narrowing it down to where I'm catching these at, and to where I could just sit there and just pick them loose every time, when they happen. A lot of times I could wait till some of the red just run out, let it run out, because pretty soon when it runs out, that's when things will start bouncing up. That right there is the first green right there. The red is forming. I got in right there. Let's see what it does. That one, reason why that had failed, which I didn't like that, is because it's in the red zone. That's one reason. A lot of times if it's down here, right now you can't see where the MACD is, but that was in the red zone. Okay. Most of the time that strategy that I just now showed you working, it was in the green zone when the greens are building up. If you try to pull that down here, the red is going to continue to push through. If you got more in the red zone, you would more or less want to go 3 reds and then 2 greens, because you know the red is strong there. So it's going to push down, and then most likely at minimum you still get 3 reds, right? Okay, so it is a difference between being in the green zone and the red zone. Okay, so up in the green zone, boom, there's the opportunity. Up in the red zone here, you kind of got to wait to see where that strategy would fit in. See, just then I got in at the beginning over there. It just happened again. I'm going to see if it shows it again when the MACD is trying to come up out the green here. Okay. I got in 2 reds there and got in 3 greens. And that just worked right there, because we're now heading back up into the green zone. Okay, in the red zone, it doesn't work as well, because there's a new rule and different law for being in the red zone. Okay. Yeah, so that was, like I say, a very good strategy, and especially when they got a bunch of up and downs going on, that kind of defeats that right there. That's an excellent strategy.